Okay, Ewan and Michael, just after that Tayatari in between the first cut and then the Sayuman, see if you can just keep the forward momentum going there, Ewan, rather than stopping. And it's the same for the Motodachi, Michael, if we can just sort of let people uh, keep that forward momentum when they do their strike. Okay, so Michael, we want to try and get a cut, a sort of an ippon in here if we can. I like what you're doing, just sort of uh, keeping your ground, maintaining your ground. But Ewan's coming at you, and so what we really want to try and do is pick off a point, just to give yourself a little bit of confidence there. So maybe some Debana was it as he's coming in. Come on, that was good. Okay to strike quickly integrating. And just there, Michael. If I just go back a little bit, just here. So that jump back is something you want to try and. I think what you possibly trying to do there was a like a suriage waza or a nuki waza, and I think I know your rationale. The forward strikes aren't working because he keeps coming at you, uh, and so I think it's a good, valid waza selection. It didn't come off. So here you've sort of shown the grading panelists that maybe you're a little bit sort of overwhelmed in this moment and it's not working. Uh, and this, I think, if I was you here, I would go after him. Do you know what I mean? So here we go. I'll show you one more time. The Shikake Waza aren't really landing. So here we go. Try Nuki Waza or a Hikiwaza. Opportunity lost just there. And that's the sort of moment that you can really take back a little bit of confidence, a little bit of mental confidence for yourself, and maybe impact your opponent's confidence as well by hitting. So Ewan, you've kept the forward pressure on the whole time. I think I mentioned to you on the day that this was one of the examples that I think really really good for you if you can maintain this. Uh, Again, good variation of Wazza. You and I think, in addition, good variation of Wazza and stuff. Excellent. I think what we could do, just while I'm being picky, I want you to have a look at your feet here, mate. So just here. I hope you can see my mouse. This here, it's twisting your lower body out. And if, that's natural and that's fine, that's great, no problem. But I think what it might be doing, or at least what you might consider, is if you were to straighten up your lower body here, how much more speed and power would you get in your attacks? When your left foot is turned out, or your lower body's turned out, it means that those forward attacks that you're trying to do, they lose a little bit of power. Somebody like Carl, for example, who isn't trying to do super fast men strike, he's doing nuki wazas and suriage waza and things like that. It's perfectly natural to have his body turned out so that he can work his body along those angles. For you in your style, having a little bit more power in your lower body, I think would do a really good, have a really good impact. So have a little think about that when you come back out from a strike and then you're going back into Chudan. Whereabouts is your lower body pointing, and is that going to impact the power or the speed that you bring into a strike? So just to labour this point, if we have a look, this one here, it's really sort of it's really sort of slow, right? And it allows Michael to go through for a really good door cut. a really well taken opportunity, which is great. It's nice, and we want each other to pass and look good and do well in the grading. But ideally, we want to get the men strike for ourselves rather than getting getting hit like that. So good for Michael. I think Euan, you could probably speed that up just a little bit and be successful with the men cut. Let's have a look again. Okay, didn't quite land it though, Michael, but it was a really good opportunity. I think in terms of the impact that this has, let's pick a random spot. Uh, the impact that has, we really want you to be landing some clean points in your grading. It's even if it's just one, that's fine. You've tried men strikes. So Ewan's obviously a little bit taller. Man strikes can be quite difficult. His hands are in the way, all that sort of stuff. So, what other options do you have? So these man strikes aren't landing. So I think during the grading, you might think, okay, this isn't working. I'm going to pick out another waza. It might be Debana Kote, like I said before, maybe some combinations. You almost had some luck with the door strike at the end of this fight. So maybe some kote do, kaishi do, nuki do, whatever it is. But bringing in the variety is always going to make you look good. If you can't quite land the point, that's one thing. But if you are attempting to through a whole lot of variety, that really does help. It does make you look, or leaves a better impression, shall we say. So give that some thought as well, mate. So just a little bit more variety in what you're doing. Try the different uh, target areas.